cry before. I'm sorry to break it to you. You gonna cry in nursing school. I ain't never met nobody that said that they ain't cried in nursing school. I cried in the shower. What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, just make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and if you are an oldie, welcome back. So I know I've been gone for a minute. That's only because literally, y'all, second semester in the summertime was beating my ass. I was getting my ass handed to me like all semester. Like I got PTSD behind it. Like, it's so crazy. It was like so fast and it was like so short. Like, I ain't had time to do nothing. Barely had time to sleep. So that's why, since I've been on this little break until third semester, I've been sleeping like all day, every day. Sleep when I can. It's ridiculous. So last video I posted, I think it was like a vlog or something, but I couldn't post the way that I was for second semester, only because second semester in the summertime we normally have 15 weeks, but it's cut down to 10. And y'all, literally from when it started, from the end of May until like 2-3 weeks ago, I was like hitting the pavement. Like, I didn't have time to pick up a camera or whatever. So and then that's when our clinical hours got like super long, and we had peace clinicals too. So it was just really a lot going on in second semester. But I'm gonna do a little recap in a second, and I'm gonna also insert some tips and some tricks for nursing school, since I know that school is starting back and people are got accepted to nursing school. That's starting their school this semester in the fall, and they have already started back, or it's people that start back later on in the month. So if you guys want to keep watching this video, stay tuned. Okay, so I need to pull up my reminders because I have notes in my reminders. Oh, you probably can't see it because they glare. Like, it's cloudy outside and I needed some light. So second semester recap. It was crazy, y'all. Like, we cry every day. Like, if y'all know Brenda, Chelsea, and Jameria, y'all see them on my vlogs all the time when I'm in school. Like, literally, Med Surge 1, that's how I felt like she was doing to us, like being our ass all semester. Like, it was crazy because we had 5 tests, y'all. I ain't finna lie. 5 tests. I passed the first one and I passed the last one. So I failed 3 tests. And it was so crazy because, like, every test I was like, I know I'm not stupid. Like, I know I'm not literally this dumb to just be like failing a test. And those of you guys who are new going into nursing school, for my school here in Alabama, I am in an associate's degree program. So our grading scale is a 74.5. So I was failing the test. Like, for the second test I made like a 66. When I left out that test, I was just spaced because I was like, what just happened? So they had to give us extra points on like all of our tests, because some of the stuff that we were being taught was being contradicted on the test. So if you teaching us one way and on the test it's something different than what you taught, run us our points. So with the points being added out of the 5 tests, including the first 2, the first test and the last test that I passed 2 with the extra points. So in all, I passed 4 tests except for 1. So yeah, I mean, it was it was fast, and they said it was gonna be fast. And the first week I was like, oh, okay, and then it's like it had went into turbo drive, like I mean fast. So when we had the final, it was crazy because we had the grades app. If you have Blackboard, our Blackboard doesn't show us our grades, so we have to put in the grades app. So I needed a 55 on the final to be able to make the 74.5, but I knew I was going to make higher than that. So I made a 75 on the final, which I still don't know how I did that, because some of that stuff was like, you know what, it was God. It was him. He the only one that got me through this semester with no pep talks or nothing making me feel confident in myself. But God, he saw it through. But so I made an 81 out of the semester, thank God. So enter into third semester, and it starts Monday. So I wanted to hop on here and give like new students tips on how to stay on top of your game in nursing school, because it is really challenging if you know it's your first time. You don't know what to expect, you don't know what the teacher's like, and then they piling all this new information on you. It's just like, it's really stressful. My first semester I was like overwhelmed, but once I kind of like got towards like halfway through the semester, I was like, okay. Second semester, that's when you starting to use your critical thinking skills and starting to use your tools that you got from fundamentals to apply that to when you're in clinicals with your patients, and when you having these test questions and you literally have to put yourself in the mindset of the nurse. Okay, who am I going to go see first? Who is my highest priority? So your first semester is going to help you with that. And when you move on to the second semester, it's going to be like, okay, those questions, I was like, okay, I know this, and this, and I know A, B, C, D, E. So I'll be able to apply that to my test and my clinical setting. So the first one that I got on here is time management. Yeah. Time management is like literally key, and that's one thing that I lacked during second semester. Now, I have heard some schools here in Alabama, they don't go to school during the summer. They have the summer off, but for us, we go year round. So going from spring semester where we have 15 weeks to summer semester to where we only have 10, I lacked in my time management because I make my own study guides from the notes that we are given in class. So it's like 100 slides that I got to make a study guide for, and I couldn't do it because I had to study. So my time management really lacked on that. And then the next thing that's on my list is a planner, and a planner and a time management kind of go hand in hand. When I have a planner, I have a digital planner, and I have a Erin Condren planner. If you haven't seen my nurse school supply haul, I'm gonna link it in the card somewhere up here. But I have a physical planner and I have a digital planner. I have a digital planner because my iPad is literally always with me while school is in. I take it everywhere with me. It's always with me. So I know what I need to study for, what needs to be, what I need to do and submit by the due date, because my digital planner is always with me. I always keep my physical planner at home, and they're just literally a mirror of each other. When I don't have my iPad, or when I don't feel like taking out my iPad, I have my physical planner. Granted, I don't use my physical planner as much as I use my digital one. That's like I said, because my iPad is always with me. I take it with me when I'm going to my mama's house, sister's house, my grandma's house. Like if we are like going out to the mall, or if we're just hanging out, it's literally always with me. We went on vacation to the wilderness at the Smokies. It was with me. Like it's always with me by my side. And if you have a planner, it's going to take you a long way. Some people, like Chelsea, she likes the planners that have like the times on them. So you can literally plan out your day. I think the earliest, the earliest can go like as to 5 to 7. And you can literally plan out what times you have class, what times you want to set aside for studying, what times you want to set aside to do extracurricular stuff outside of nursing, like your self-care days or whatever. So yeah, planner, number one. And it doesn't have to be like the most ridiculously expensive planner, because like the Erin Condren planners, they are like a bit pricey or whatever. But you just get a little planner from Target, Walmart, it doesn't matter, as long as you like it and you feel like, okay, I'll be motivated to write stuff down in here. Because before nursing school, I had a planner, but it was just like for the aesthetic type of thing. But now since nursing school, I use my planner literally every day. Even when school out, I still use it. So number 3 is being overwhelmed. I should put that at number 1. But yes, you're gonna feel overwhelmed no matter what, from the beginning to the end. I do work in a hospital, so I do have like almost a decade of hospital experience. So now I work in pediatrics, oncology, hematology. That's my specialty that I work. A clinical assistant. So when I got into nursing school, you know, of course, everybody, your coworkers, everybody are just like so happy, so ecstatic for you or whatever. So the first couple of weeks of school, I was like, it's the first couple of weeks of school. It's like only first semester. Like, I shouldn't feel as overwhelmed as I am. Everybody was like, you're gonna feel overwhelmed. It doesn't matter if it's the first day or the last day, you'll always feel overwhelmed until you don't have to go anymore. So yes, so now I have a dedicated self-care day just to decompress, because guys, if you ain't never cried before, I'm sorry to break it to you, you're gonna cry in nursing school. I ain't never met nobody that said that they ain't cried in nursing school. I cry in the shower, and then at the end of the day, like especially like if you're older, and you have responsibilities, like you have kids and you have, you know, car note, mortgage, rent, like that stuff all ties into you being overwhelmed as well. Because I am 31, I'll be 32 in October, and I have a son. He will be 4 in December, and I have a boyfriend, and we have rent that we have to pay, we have light bills that we have to pay, phone bills. Thank God my car is paid off, so that's one less thing that we have to worry about. So when life started life and nursing school started nursing schooling, it can really take a toll on you. So that's why I tell people, like, if you're gonna do, like, when I first graduated high school, I went off to school to become a nurse, but I didn't because I partied at school. So that's why I am where I am now, and I thank God, because, you know, everything happened for a reason. But like I said, if you are young and you're really serious about taking this path as your career, and you don't have to like worry about those things like rent or light bill, power bill, for all that type of stuff, do it while you're young. You don't have as much, like, many responsibilities. And granted, if you do, once you get into the role of everything, once you get into the swing of everything, life is still gonna life, but it won't be as bad, because you have a plan, you have a, you know, you have, some people don't have like a good support system, and I thank God that I do. So every time a semester starts, I hit up all my circle and I'm like, hey, I had class on, okay, this semester I had class on Mondays and Wednesdays. Had class on Mondays and Wednesdays, so these gonna be the days that I need somebody to take all the kids to school, pick all the kids up. When clinical schedule drop, then I let y'all know, then we just work around that way. Cause it's like really like a lot of responsibilities. Nursing school is a responsibility, then you have your household responsibilities. So it has been plenty of days I have cried in the car, cried in the shower, just cried watching TV, because it really is a lot. But That's why I always dedicate 1 week, 1 day out the week, every week. I don't care what it is. We can't have our nails done in nursing school, which I don't know why. I mean, like, if we can get cute little gel polish, but that's just me. But I always take 1 day out the week and just have a self-care day. Since we can't get our nails done in our school, I go get my toes done, or I'll go get my eyebrows waxed, or I set a day aside to make an appointment to go get waxed, or I just like take a Sunday, don't do nothing, just chill out, vibe out with my boyfriend and my baby. We just, you know, just chill at the house, watch a movie, and then at nighttime I'll take like a little bubble bath. So that way, so I could be recharged and ready to take on the next week without feeling like dreading to go back to school. So wherever there is time, please take a self-care day, because you are really going to need it, because it's really stressful and you don't want to be, you know, hating nursing school because you didn't stop to take that moment for yourself. So, and one thing that I don't do, but I had to stop doing it during the summer because it was so jam-packed, I don't study the day before the test. I spend the rest of the weeks studying, but that day before the test, I do not study. It's just, I feel like I'm less overwhelmed for when it's time to take the test if I don't study during that day. But hey, you may be different. I just choose not to kind of just lower the level of anxiety. So normally my self-care days will fall on that Sunday, and then Monday we would have a test. I'm recharged, you know, I'm shaved, my eyebrows done, you know, my toes done. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good about the week. So I always take a self-care day. And the fourth one, self-care and being overwhelmed, just tied into the same thing. But the next one is grades. Like I told y'all earlier, our passing grade is considered 74.5. The school that I did my prereqs at, which is UAB, if y'all stay in, if y'all from Alabama or whatever, y'all know what UAB is. But I heard that UAB is like an 80. Granted, they're like the little medical hospital and top grade, trauma 1, all that type of stuff hospital. So, yeah. Look, C's get degrees. I'm not saying don't try your best, because at the end of the day, when I walk out of a test, I want to know that I tried my damn hardest to pass that test. But I ain't finna compete with nobody. I ain't finna try to like, oh, I want to get 100 on this test. I want to get 100 on this test, because what that does is set up, you know, you aiming so high, and then when you don't get it, you get disappointed in yourself because you don't feel like that you're equipped to make that 100 or make that 90. If it's a 74.5, 75, 76, I'm happy. It's passing. Because when you go get a job, they ain't gonna ask you, okay, well, did you have less than a 74.5 on any of your tests? Because if that's the case, according to last semester, I ain't gonna never get no job. So, I mean, if you want to shoot for the stars, you ain't got to worry about me, because I ain't gonna try to compete with you. If I get a 74.5, I'm good. After first semester, some of y'all let's go in first semester. After first semester, y'all gonna feel like that. As long as I get a 74.5, we in that thing. If I get a 74.5, I'm going to the next semester. That's the only thing that matters. Okay? And next thing is test. I had really bad test anxiety, and I thought it was bad when I was doing my prereqs, but it had got amped up on 10,000 when I started nursing school, only because the questions are not, what's the definition of DVT, and what's the definition of diabetes, and what type of insulin is this, and what type of, no. Questions are not like that. And the first time I ran into the pick most right question, I thought I was having a stroke on the test, because it was literally, all of the questions were right. I mean, all of the answer choices was right, but I had to pick the most right one. And I picked what I thought was the most right one that was going to keep my patient alive, because, you know, airway, breathing, circulation. And that wasn't it. It was something that was like actually my number 2. So, tests are not like black and white like all the other tests. It's really causing you to use those critical thinking skills that you are trying to develop, and using this information and running through the risk factors and running through the nursing interventions. Like, it's really like a whole thinking process to the test, or whatever. So our test are 50 questions. We get, I want to say, an hour and 15 to finish the test. 5 tests, 1 final. But what was that? I'm like, what was that noise? But it's a car outside. But every school is different. I'm just telling y'all based off my school and what we do. And for my school, and last semester we were having tests every other week. Luckily, third semester that's about to start, we have a test like not every 2 weeks. Some tests are every 2 weeks, but then we have tests that's like every 3 weeks. So we have, that's where my time management can pick back up, because we have more time in between tests that I could take the time out and dissect the slides and dissect the readings to make my study guides more efficient for me to study for. The next one is labs. So labs are where you're gonna go, and you know, you're gonna do all your little checkoffs and everything. And so first semester we had like all these checkoffs we had to do. And my med administration checkoff is what I had to come back and I had to do a re-checkoff for, because I didn't take the EMR to the bedside to check it against the patient name and the date of birth. I don't know why I didn't do it, because maybe because I'm just so used to like being in a hospital setting, and you working in a hospital setting and what they finna teach you by the books, it's like completely different. Because when you go to clinicals, you're gonna be like, oh well, they taught us this way in school, but they doing it a completely different way in the hospital. So that's how I was. And granted, the patients that we have stay on our floor for like months at a time. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why I go ahead and ask this patient their name, date of birth, when I see them all day, every day for months at a time? But I came back, had to revalidated with flying colors. Best believe I had snatched that EMR off the desk and had verified it to the patient armband, because the lady who did my checkoffs is the lady that teaches us medication. My eye is twitching like out of control. But she's the lady that teaches us about medications and stuff, pharmacology. So I had her. So of course she was a stickler about it, but it was cool. In lab, you learn a lot of stuff too. It's like when you can, your hands on stuff. Yeah, my camera cut off. But like I was saying, in the lab, that's where they're gonna teach you, you know, they're gonna teach you what you're gonna be able to do, what they're teaching you, like basing a patient and therapeutic communications, and you know, putting in Foley's, learn how to give injections on different sites, and learn how to do suction trachs and stuff like that, cleaning trachs and stuff like that. So that's when they're going to they're teaching you, and you'll be able to put what they taught into, you know, learn how to do these things on mannequins and stuff. And the last one that I got on this list are friends. So I'm gonna insert a picture of my group. I'm pretty sure y'all seen us, but maybe I'm just gonna insert it like right here, whatever. But friends, when I got accepted to nursing school, now I have friends. I probably had 2 friends max, because for real, in these days in time, that's all you need, because people shysty and people shady. But it's so crazy how I met my group of friends that I got now, because we had a 2-day orientation. We had 2-day orientation. One was on Zoom, and one we had to physically go down to the school. So when the second one, when we had to physically go down to the school, I think I did a vlog on it when I went down there, because my school is like 45 minutes away, but it's not that long once you like drive up that road a lot. It's not that long. So I've never, like, when I got down there, I just sat at a table with these people. I didn't know like who they were or whatever. So orientation ends, so then we had to come back for what was called boot camp. So came back to boot camp, and so I sat at a different table. I was like, this girl, she looks friendly. I'm just gonna sit at the table with her. So, and then a girl who was walking behind me, she decided to sit at the same table too. So when we went on, it was like a break or something, and so I just was like, are y'all ready? And so they was just kind of like, yeah, scared, you know, just starting conversation. And so there was Brenda with the dreads. She was talking to me, and Jamiria chimed in on the conversation. She and I was like, and Brenda was like, we'll add y'all to our group. And I was like ecstatic, because I was like, I don't like making new friends for real. And I was just so scared, because I'm like, every nurse that I've ever met always say, get you a good group of friends. Get you a good group of friends. That's the first advice that one of my nurse friends at work gave me. Get you a good group of friends. I'm getting tongue-tied. So when she asked if I wanted to be in the group, I was like, shit, okay, cool. Like, yeah, this is my number or whatever. So, and Jamiria gave her number. So then we had started a whole new different group or whatever, with the two me and Jamiria added. So then school started, and on the first day, that's when I had met Chelsea, because I didn't meet Chelsea at boot camp or whatever. So I swear, like, we made a nursing group, and we've been thinking this thing on out. So now, we're going into third semester, y'all. When I tell y'all, we have literally cried together, prayed together in the car before taking tests. Like we are each other's biggest supporters. Like, during the final, y'all would not believe how stressed out all of us was for the final, and I was the first one to get finished. So after we finished with the test, we all wait for each other, and then we all talk about the test. So I was the first one to get finished, and it took a while for everybody else to finish, because we had 100 questions. So I was just sitting there, and I was just like, God, all my friends got to make it the third semester. All of us got to make it the third semester. We gotta make the third semester. And it's so crazy, because grades dropped that day. So whenever final grades drop, we all FaceTime each other, and we look at our grades. So so I tapped out. Like, as soon as we got home from the final, I had tapped out. My body had shut down. I was literally in survival mode the whole semester. So when they called me, I was like knocked out, not, you know, unresponsive, damn near comatose. Like, it was crazy. So we all called, looked at our grades or whatever, was so excited, because we was like, okay, yes, we're going to third semester. So, and I don't know if other schools in other states do this, but in my school, which is a 2-year college, I'm just spitting with the, which is a 2-year college, at the end of our third semester, we get certificates to be LPNs. We get it if we want it or not. It's ours. So if we want to sit and take boards for LPN, then we can. If we don't want to sit and take boards for LPN, then we don't have to. It's our choice. But either way it goes, we're LPNs. So, and then at the 5th semester, of course, we're RN. So it's so crazy, because they sent us graduation stuff for LPN, and I was just like, yeah, this is really getting real. Like, and they have literally, besides Richard, they have been like, we have been each other backbone during this whole process. And just us, like, when Chess was like, they sent out graduation stuff for LPN, and I was like, yeah, we really been doing it. Like, we really been getting through it, tears and all, struggling and all, but we been getting to it. And like, for real, like, get y'all a good group of friends. Like, it's gonna literally take y'all a long way to have that support system, to have, because people on the outside will never understand what you're going through, because people on the outside make it seem like you're being dramatic, or it's not as bad as it seems, or whatever, because they don't know, or whatever. So I was talking to my mom one day, and I was like, I'm just so stressed out because this, and this. And she was like, oh, it's not that bad. And I was like, right now, what's the levels of potassium? What's the normal range? And she can tell you. And I was like, okay, well, if I don't know that, I can really harm somebody, like potentially unalive them, if I don't know the normal values of what it's supposed to be. I was like, that's how critical it is. And that's why you need to get you a group of friends that understand, and y'all gonna go through this process together. Don't get you no friends that's gonna, you know, mooch off you in for your notes and mooch off you to get information for tests and stuff, because those are not the type of friends that you need. They're the type of friends that you're gonna have for that little time, you know, to get them through school. After school, y'all, they're gonna be gone or whatever. The group that I got now, I just love them girls to death. Like, they always call me mean or whatever, but I love them to death. Like, we share our notes, we share our life, literally, we share our struggles. Like, because each one of us all four of us come from 4 different parts of life, and we just all met up, and we all got that mutual respect for one another, and we all boss each other up. We all some bad bitches. So if we fail a test, we give each other grace too. You know, okay, sis, you can have this day. Wow, like, waddle in your sorrow, be sad, cry, cuss, holler, scream. You had this day, but tomorrow, oh sis, we back on the game. You gotta get back to it. We ain't got time to cry, we ain't got time to pout, we ain't got time to sit and wonder why. We got to get to it. And those the type of friends that you need. Somebody that's gonna push you, somebody that's gonna motivate you, somebody that's gonna be like, okay, like, before we go to Sims, we have to do Sims pre-work. And by the semester being so short and so crazy, I had just went ahead and did all 3 of my Sims work, and I synced it to them. So my camera overheated. A lot of technical difficulties over here today. But anyway, like I said, get you a good group of friends. I mean, I swear to God, they're gonna take you. They're gonna boost you up, and they ain't gonna let you down. I swear. Like, they're my girls. Like, we gonna all eat. We gonna all eat together after this journey over with. They gonna be my sisters for life. Like, I swear. Like, I love them. I love them to death. They just be thinking that I just be bullshitting, but I really do. I really do love them to death. Love them girls. Like, top tier. Pick the best bitches to be my bitches. But you guys are gonna do great. I pray, and I just wish that you guys have the best fall semester of nursing school, whether it's your first semester or your last semester. I hope that you guys have a great semester. And let me know what videos y'all want to see down below. I know y'all might get tired of seeing like little nurse videos, so I'm starting incorporating some more lifestyle vlogs. I am gonna film a what's in my clinical bag, because a lot of people don't know what to pack in their clinical bag for clinical. So that's gonna be the next video that drops after this one. And if you guys haven't subscribed already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell down below so you don't miss an upload from me. And happy nursing.